Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where I'm going to be talking about Married to Medicine. That's season 11, episode 5, my favorite show on the World Wide Web television right now. First, I want to say I apologize. I'm not feeling too great today, but I'm pushing through. Yes, I am. Now, back to the show. I just also want to say a little housekeeping. I appreciate all the love I've been receiving lately, and I do appreciate all my subscribers. Please don't forget to hit that black bell so that you'll be notified of everything that I put out, and like, comment, and share if you like. I love the engagement when you comment and give your opinions and everything. I appreciate it, even if it is different or indifferent. Yeah, it's all good. I'm sorry, I had a little. Anyway, let's get back to the show. Enough about me and my ailments. Aunties and aunts, what's going on? And everybody else in between. We got to give props where props is due. And I will say, this episode was pretty cute. They're still trying to live out their Cowboy Carter. No one there is Beyonce. I want people to stop using Beyonce as the goal. You will never get there. Just saying. It is only one Beyonce, Giselle Carter. Knowles. I don't know. What's her last name now? I heard she took off Carter. I don't know. All I know is, look, since we be really going by first and middle, we just gonna call her Beyonce Giselle because I don't want to offend nobody. Beyonce Giselle is not the prototype. Just put it out there. She is the hottest thing right now. You know, Ramon. She got it going on, and yes, she's an auntie. Auntie Beyonce. Yes, I hope you watch. If you listen, watch, and listen, I appreciate it. We appreciate you and everything we do, especially the halftime show during the Houston's and what's some people called? Ravens. Did y'all win yet? Because last time I checked, y'all was down by a lot. Anywho, Married to Medicine, Cowboy Carter photo shoot by Toya. And Miss Shalae came to help. She's a Beyonce impersonator. Just like the girl. There's a few shots. We thought, oh, that look like Beyonce. We know it's not her. But oh, it look like Beyonce. Now, is she a trans woman or is she like a drag queen? Anywho, I'm gonna look her up real quick. I should look her up already. Let me see. Miss Shalae. I haven't seen her on the drag queen scene. I hope I'm not offending. Uriel Young, better known as no. She Miss what? What's her name? Miss Shalae. Okay. Miss Shalae. Is she a woman? She's got like a deep voice or something. Let's see. I'm looking. As the co-founding iconic mother of the House of Basquiat, Miss Shalae. Now this is from Instagram. As the co-founding iconic mother of the House of Basquiat, Miss Shalae has played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural landscape of the letterfolk ballroom scene. So yeah, good for her. She's doing her doggone thing, I swear. I was like, whoa, what? What's going on? She looked great, sound great, everything. So good for her. Now, Miss Shalae was there to help Toya, but Toya was acting like Miss Shalae was working for her child. Everybody was complaining, but kind of not really, kind of keeping it cute when Toya was bossing them around and carrying on. But like I said, Miss Shalae, and thank goodness because they was appreciative of Miss Shalae's what do you call it? Miss Shalae's experience. Okay. So next week, cutting back and we seeing Cecil with the boys, teaching them how to cook, and they already 20-something years old. You have failed, Cecil and Simone. First, these boys can't cook. No, first these boys can't clean up behind themselves. Now they can't cook. What? Like I said, my son's 26. He's around their age, if not. How old is the oldest one? I think my son is older than, anyway, all I got to say is as soon as they, pretty much my feelings about it is this. 9, 10, they should be experimenting with cooking. Because you may have to run to the store, leave them at home, or maybe they get home before you. You make, maybe 2-3 hours. Go ahead and make you something to eat. And don't just eat cereal. And nobody got time for all that. They maybe want to make a grilled cheese, like I said. Grilled cheese is easy for kids to make. Butter the can't even talk. Butter the bread, put some slices in between, and it's always on low heat because you never want to fire up the doggone skillet trying to make a grilled cheese because it cooks slow and long. Oh, what I say? Yeah, it cooks slow and long. So, and then they can heat up some tomato soup in the microwave. You never want them to heat up soup on the stove. No. That stuff be splattering, carrying on, and all kind of heck breaking loose. But I just can't believe these boys who is out on their own, so to speak, is still getting personal services for cleaning up and cooking. But then again, Simone did say that Cecil was just like this. Girl, y'all didn't drop the ball because these boys is complaining, don't want to clean up. I mean, how clean is they drawers? It is what that is a vital question. How clean is the clothes, the socks? What is child? Ooh, make my leg itch thinking about it. OMG. Simone can't cook, she said. But that ain't no excuse. As much money as y'all got, well, as much money as Simone got, they could have hired somebody like they always do when when they filming. This is the 11th year. So in the last 11 years, well, I'll say 8, because you want to give them a couple of years to get fully acclimated. The last 8 years, you been telling me you ain't never thought to have your boys in on the cooking. Ooh, now she complained about Cecil and how he was, but apparently the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I don't know. Then we see Damon, a little better situation. Damon is taking Alara and Zachary out for shopping because they're out on their own as well. Alara did her first year on campus. Now she's doing her sophomore year off campus. And Zachary, I think he's in dental school, so he completed all his 4 years, I guess, just like medical school. They do the first 4, kind of like general ed, situation, and then they go into their respective disciplines, something like that, I guess. Anywho, during the conversation, Zachary lets Damon know that he admires Damon's bedside manner, his, Hippocratic oath, his dedication to the Hippocratic oath, and that he wants to be just like Damon. And Damon started crying. In the confessional, Damon and Heavenly were discussing it, and she's just so proud of her husband. You know how she is about daddy. And she kind of joked about, well, he didn't mention me, did he? Oh, okay, well, no, he didn't. But Damon pretty much mentioned how important it is for him to be a good role model, enough for his kids to want to, channel some of his energy, but at the same time hearing how his son wants to be just like him. And listen, I shed a little tear. I was touched, not by an angel, when Zachary said that. And Dr. Damon said, well, it was just remarkable to hear. I mean, to hear that your child want to be just like you. Wow. That's a feat, and I commend Damon for being an exceptional father, an exceptional doctor. It says a lot, and I'm glad. Yeah, oh, so sweet. Then we see how, Cecil, they go back to Cecil's sons, and they just trifle. I'm sorry. They they better not mention no female. Because if I guess they're expecting, another Dr. Simone to come through and rescue him, like Dr. Simone did Cecil, but I guess. Anyway, so that night they're at the ranch and Cecil is talking with Simone. She's filling him in about how the ladies are getting along, contesting heavily, got issues, Sweet Tea and Heavy got issue. And her and Quad have yet to speak, but they're setting an example of how to be when you don't really get along or like each other or have issues. I thought that was real trifling, Dr. Simone. I mean, that should have been the first thing you did. Hell, at the airport. Hey, Kawhi, you want to have a conversation, maybe 5 minutes? Let's go to the ladies' room, and take her by the hand or take her by the arm and let her know. But it's just something about Simone that she don't want to, feel like she has to go first. She still wants Quad to grovel, just like she did a couple of years ago when she told Quad to get on and get the step in out of Napa. I'm like, Simone, at some point, I guess maybe episode 6 is what's gonna happen. Maybe 8. I don't know, child. Anywho, still no convo with Simone and Quad, child. So anyway, Miss Shalae comes back and performs, and then Toya starts telling Shalae at the end of the performance how the ladies don't get along and how there's a lot of empty sorries coming through from people. And Miss Shalae was like, okay, well, it was nice meeting everybody and see y'all later. Bye. Girl, I'll be trying to herb a guy in there too. Toya, if you're listening, watching, listening, wrong road, boo boo. That's not what you do. Miss Shalae ain't there to help solve. Miss Shalae ain't there to hear all that. Miss Shalae is there. She got her check not to be involved in y'all's mess. Now, I don't know what you thought you was doing, but that was the wrong road, one-way road, and you going the wrong way. But before Miss Shalae leaves, she says, love on everybody, because we all we got. You know what I'm saying? The grand scheme of things, that's true. Do you know what's about to happen January 20th? It's already happening, girl. Ain't you pay attention? Let's see, this was filmed, 6-7 months ago? The potential of what's about to happen. And now it's about to happen, girl. Anywho, what was I leaving off at? Because I got my notes. I got to have notes. Because without notes, I don't know where I am. What did I say? Miss Shalae. Oh, there it is. So then Toya leans into Quiet after Miss Shalae leave and let her know that, we're here for you at the same time. We need for you to be here for us too. I don't know if Toya planned it that way, but it came out wrong. Right now, they owe Quad an apology because piling up on her the way they did in Napa, which is wrong. No matter what Quad has done thereafter with the so-called burial at Willie Watkins, down to the whatever, it's like they just want her to grovel because maybe they feel she's putting on and she's doing too much. But if that's her personality, then y'all just have to respect it. Just like y'all got some things with y'all. Everybody on the show got some shit with them. And it needs to be fixed. But it is what it is, right? But a lot of these physicians on this show think they're above reproach. Yeah, I said it. This is my number one show, don't get me wrong. It don't mean that they can't be critiqued. This is constructive criticism. And because I'm an auntie like y'all, it's going to come out the way it's going to come out. Just like how they do, I do too. Quad felt like she bled out at Napa and they got the knife, twisted it, and turned it until she just couldn't take it no more. If that's how she felt, that's how she felt. That is so dramatic. What's her name? Quadrinelope, or whatever her real name is. Girl, did you change it to quad? Because I remember it was like quadra something. Child, I don't know. Not Lunsford, Web, Q Web. Okay, girl, that's a little too much. So Toya trying to play it off like you bled out and start laughing at her. See, again, y'all just be doing quad wrong. But Quad called out exactly what it was, but Simone was like, no, and pretty much stands on it. And again, Simone, you're gonna have to just get off your high horse and just say what you need to say. But Simone, hold grudges. She it's I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, in the midst of arguing, Heavenly brings up Dr. Scott because her and what's her name, Contessa start getting into it. Apparently, Heavenly said to Contessa right there in the moment that Quad. So Heavenly told look, child, it's so confusing. Heavenly told Contessa that Quad said that that their friendship ain't real. In the midst of all that, what's her name? Sweet Tea tells Quad, yeah, and you were imitating me online, making fun of my voice. Listen, everybody's feelings is valid, but that was not the time. I mean, I know she's just trying to get in and fit in and just trying to voice her opinion, but the way Quad looked at Sweet Tea and said, "You know what? I am sorry for making fun of you," but the way she was looking was like, "Bitch, really? Okay, since you want an apology, I'm gonna give you one." Eyes just forehead just as crunched, looking at her like, girl, what? Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. I am sorry. And then she went right around back to the other argument that she was in. I was rolling like, sweetie, are you happy now that you got your apology? Because it didn't mean nothing. Now that one didn't mean if an apology was as empty as Toya said that one was. I mean, Sweet Tea I know she's trying to fit in, but I don't know. She just seems now in all of her confessionals, she just seems so bothered, and stress is not good for someone who's trying to have a baby, whether it's naturally or GMO. I'm just saying, it's really not. And I don't know if this is the right, fit for her with her, feeling the way she does about things. Maybe she can, if she's going to stay on the show, this is my suggestion. Sweet Tea, if you're listening, watching, listening. If you're going to stay on this show and continue to have a baby for the next 18 months, my suggestion is to not let the little things upset you. And for the things that you cannot change, don't worry about it. Don't engage with Dr. Heavenly. Don't engage with Quad. But the fact that you keep giving insults to the women whom you are so-called friends with, i.e. Dr. Simone, i.e. Dr. Jackie, I think you'll have 2 more issues going on besides Heavenly and Quad. So just from the last 5 episodes, you have insulted Quad, Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie. There's only 2 heifers left. And we on episode 5. Okay, now where was I with my notes? Yeah, so in the midst of them arguing, Dr. Heavenly brings up Dr. Scott to Contessa, and that just wasn't. So they rehashing, going back, like this is exactly what Phaedra said she did not want to happen. When they arrived at this dude ranch, she said, let's just turn the page. I know she said, let's just turn the motherfucking page because I'm sick and tired of y'all motherfuckers always going off on a motherfucker. I mean, I'm just saying, sometimes you just got, look, sometimes I be cussing. You already know. So hopefully your kids ain't around. This is not for cheering. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. It's going to be some cussing and fussing and hussing over here. It is what it is. This is pretty much the one thing I agree with Phaedra. Turn the page because ain't nobody changing. But there's one thing somebody heavily needs to do is stop how can I say this? Stop insulting people's husbands, because really don't nobody bring up yours unless you bring up theirs. And it's really childish and lowbrow, but some people are. You would think that this would cross over into her professional life, like Dr. Simone holding grudges. You would think if something went wrong at the office, is it because you were trusting as doctor? But the fact that this only happening on the show proves that you're just doing this to get people and to make good TV. And and like Dr. Contessa said, somebody else is gonna tell Heavenly to square up, ho. I'm just saying, couldn't be me. Now I am married to medicine. That's just what I've been doing for the last 10 years. It'd be nice to be on the show, be cute. Hey girl, how you doing? I don't do the bitch thing, so that ain't it. And just know if you do call me that, you're gonna need another dentist. I'm just saying, I don't do the beat. I just don't. That's my rule. Because where I come from, that means we fighting. As grown as I am, as good and grown as I am, yes, don't do that. Because it's something, no, it's just so disrespectful. The N word, bitch, certain words trigger anger and disgust, and I know we can't go back from it. That's where I'm at with it. I'm just saying. Anywho, like I was saying, Contessa mentioned to Heavenly that you ain't got no friends. Pretty much Laura's the only friend. Kids don't like her, and maybe there's a mixed baby out there last name Kimes. Now, was that for Damon? Because remember when they mentioned there was some Similac formula in the cupboard, and Heavenly said, "Oh, that's for Damon because he having some stomach issues." And then somebody said that one of her kids got a white girl pregnant, and it's a baby out there. What? Elaborate, Dr. Contessa, because we need some clarifications. Just saying, we need to find out if is somebody cheating, or is it the fact that Heavenly don't want no white girls in her family. Because some black people just don't. It is what it is. Maybe like black. It's always a thing about black love. Black love is great. No big deal. But if you want to commingle and create something else, that's fine too. Whatever. But the fact that she's so lowbrow with things, I could see Heavily don't want no, biracial or triracial, whatever. She don't want her kids going with somebody white. Just saying. Hey, just from what she give off, because she don't seem like she would be the type to welcome them with open arms. She got that mouth and that attitude, and like again, if it's just for the show, it's just for the show. But it is what it is, child. That's the perception she gives off. What else happened, child? So yeah, pretty much Contessa wanted to fight Heavily. Heavily called out for security, and she wasn't having it. Sometimes you may get your ass whooped. I'm just saying. Sometimes it may happen, but Heavenly should know. I mean, she was spilling out of her dress. She was looking cute, but she was spilling out because she running from Contessa. Contessa, breaking away from folks. When she broke away, Dr. Jackie fell down, almost broke her left hip. She ain't got no meat over there, so wasn't no cushion. Girl, just straight bones sticking out and it hit the ground. So no telling. Maybe she got a little hairline osteoporotic fracture, child. Maybe, maybe not. But Sweet Tea had to help her up. And here's that insult that Sweet Tea made about Dr. Jackie. Well, in her confessional, when I saw Dr. Jackie laying there, I knew that the elderly needs to help. And I just had to help up the elderly. What? Just because she old enough to be your mama don't mean she elderly. Elderly is SSI recipient, not SSI, Medicare recipient. That's when you go into, the elderly. Jackie's auntie, and you a big sis, because you ain't even 40 yet. Girl, how old is she, 33? Girl, you better watch your mouth moving forward. Here we go. But that thing with Sweet Tea and Quad just really took me out. That was so funny. Quad was like, girl, I'm sorry. Moving on. Anyway, What else happened, child? What else happened? In the midst of all this yelling, Heavenly tells her that, pretty much that Sweet Tea and Contessa are friends. Y'all deserve each other because both y'all husbands ain't shit. And that's when Sweet Tea had to give her a little insult. Your husband wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. What you say? With his big toe. Girl, if you ain't got no read, shut up. And you don't need to respond to everything, Sweet Tea, because girl, when I say fell flat, it was so flat. It was Sweet Tea, just shut up, girl. Shut up. Just girl, say something else or just don't say nothing at all. Because I don't know, child. This episode crazy. Anyway, this almost over, y'all. Heavenly pretty much insults Contessa's dead mother. Contessa was about to fight because my dad, both of their mamas dead. And pretty much, I know your mama is pretty much old and lame and through and tired, but it brings up, it can just dredge up something that people don't want to, that just infuriates them even more when you bring up someone's dead relative. And yeah, that was the end. Like I said, Heavenly called for security. That was pretty much it, y'all. Dr. Jackie was crying to Heavenly, wanted her to shut up because Dr. Jackie hip hurt her side. Her whole left side was tore up. Dr. Heavenly was just, it was just a mess. We're gonna find out what happened. Episode 6, hopefully next week. That was it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And again, bye. All day.